football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody. In their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to pass. It's Allard. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They'll try the run. Got the first down and more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Looking to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Hands it off. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Off play action. Throws to the tight end. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella. Get the 6. Get the pick 6.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud throw, it's Aller. Lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They want to throw it. Under fire. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hudson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. To the air on second down. He's got him. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
All right, nice job, defense. Backs against the wall. You did your job setting up 4th down. Just be careful, though, because this is a team that's shown they can fake field goals. Your guys have to be alert.
So on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. They'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Just excellent coverage, nowhere to go, and they don't come close to getting it in. The defense, a brick wall. If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball, because it is a long way to the end zone. Moore to the air. Quickly complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Pushes forward for 3 out to the 13.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hughes. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, not down in distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the 1st.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Hughes. Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll leave it with the lone back.
Run game is good. The balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore will throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time. The defense sort of herds this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage, and he'll take the loss.
You know, it comes down to decision-making at this position more often than not. It's these guys that decide the outcome of games, and that time I like the decision to scramble and buy time and try to extend and create. I just hate the decision. Running out of bounds, why not just throw it away and save yourself a couple yards?
They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Nice job by the QB. You can tell they want to push it down the field. They want to be aggressive on first down, which I love, which is really hard to stop from a defensive standpoint. But does a good job scrambling outside the pocket, picking up the first down, and then saving his life. Good job. Get out of bounds.
Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Moore to the air. It's complete. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon! Guys just score from anywhere out there, and for that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Singleton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Power football with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Back to throw, it's Allard. Flips it out on the screen. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Finds his man. It's Smith. Across the 45. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Nittany Lions want to pick up the tempo. Give to the running back. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting damn close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Austin. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Looking for room, it's Singleton. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And this offense really struggled in the first half, but how about taking the last possession down the field, punching 6 on the board with a chance to tie this football game up. Low scoring, but nice job finishing this half with a touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made the extra point without problem. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. stay tuned. Halftime is coming. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak.
There he goes. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing play opens up this whole offense.
And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Slams it ahead. Touchdown, Ducks! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Fires to the big fella. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Dropping back, it's Aller. Sets up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Crosses midfield. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Penn State! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. The give. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
With the catch, it's Stewart. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Moore will throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. On the move, he fires. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Ducks decide to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. They boot it away on fourth down. That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. He leaves it with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking for space, it's Singleton.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Pena.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Motion from the wideout. Handoff from the shotgun. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll leave it with him. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do in short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on down. The decision to go for it does not pan out. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He might want another play. More to the air. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That's caught. It's Hughes. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down.
A nice job of awareness on defense there on that third down. You know, you're expecting the offense to throw the football, but it's not just going to be receivers or tight ends you got to worry about. You got to keep your eye on where that running back is. They knew exactly where he would be, and they were able to make the tackle setting up fourth.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick six to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He stepped out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. On that play-action fake, the action was the quarterback got clobbered after he faked the handoff.
Yeah, it definitely didn't work. The fake is supposed to be the most important part of that, to try to get the guys to suck up just for a second. But you could tell the offensive line, they weren't able to hold their blocks. Defense got to them and got the sack.
Breaks into the open. Got the first down. Looking for more. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved the touchdown, at least for now.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd, because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see.
Scores on the sneak.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. State sends the offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play, because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Looking to throw, it's Aller. He wants to take the top off. And he hauls it in inside the 30.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
To the air on first down. He'll pull it down and run. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
So now it's 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Allen. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Might as well give it to him again. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Third down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. The play action fake. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Once you start to get down towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. What a disappointment. No good. And here in the 4th quarter, still all tied up, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Gets the back moving. Moore will throw. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And the wide receivers have to understand what part of the field they're on. I got to make sure I have enough space when I run those out routes, and when I break, I can catch the football and try to get upfield, get a few more yards. He runs out of space, but he got the catch and got some positive yards.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Moore. It's a fumble! And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage.
Man, when these receivers fumble the football, oftentimes it's out in the open field. You have no idea who's going to jump on it. That's oftentimes how you see scooping scores. He's lucky he was able to recover his own fumble.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
The Ducks are facing 3rd and inches. Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. The throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Here comes the field goal unit. This for the lead and very likely the win. Timeout is called by the defense and 12 seconds remain in the football game. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And this field goal might not lock the game away, but you'd be able to hear the tumblers clicking. It is good! They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration as he plucked it on the sideline. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. There's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these 2 squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent.